What is going on, guys? Custody TCG here, back with another Clover Pit gameplay. If you like the content, consider dropping a like, maybe even a comment saying SpaghettiOs, and a subscribe if you want to see more content like this. So today, I would just want to do a casual hard mode run, but trying out some of the new quality of life mods that I found due to a gracious commenter linking me on how to install mods. So nothing in particular about this build that is going to be too insane. We're going to go with the Cold Affliction memory card. And this is already a nice quality of life here, being able to have the drawers automatically open. So I don't have to open them to check to see what's on the inside. I'm going to grab these out. And I think the most important mod install that we did is being able to be anywhere. This is the best. P-physics don't really work when aiming up, but you know, you can keep the stream going as long as you want and go go wherever you want. And I honestly think that that's hilarious. All right, let's go ahead and find a few more things here. Disc B is good. I'm gonna grab a pentacle. Why not? I don't know. Ace of clubs, we're gonna pass on that. Clovers, sure. Now it's making me wish that I got that ace of clubs. I did all of my respins there, but I'm not too concerned. We're just gonna go bop. Get an extra turn off the ancient coin. And look at that. And as you guys can see, I've also been able to increase the scoring speed. Although at this time, I believe it is a little fast. So what we'll do is we'll just leave it at transition speed 6. And if our build gets too crazy, then we can always increase it. I could spend the 2 tickets here and recharge this, but I don't think I want to do that. I want something like luck. And if we're going clovers, picking up a AA battery will be good for getting our clover recharged. So let's go ahead and do a 2 ticket spin here. Nice. I think 6 is good for now, but like when the turns or the rounds last like over 10 minutes, like that new quality of life will allow me to kind of push those runs a little bit farther and enjoy them to the extent of not having to have you guys sit through a bunch of shenanigans. And I keep forgetting on the Cold Affliction memory card that we don't get tickets at the end of the round, so we may just have to wait for that battery to make its way back around. So we'll just turn in here, load up our drawers, see what we're working with. There's an Abyssu in the shop. I like to see it. Ace of clubs makes its way back around. There's an Ankh. And we're not too interested in any of those other items. I'm going to grab you. And let's do 1 reroll here. All right, I'm just going to go with the pattern multipliers. When in doubt, do pattern multipliers. And I should have put away the bell pepper and the Abyssu before I made that decision, but I do like bell pepper quite a bit, and it's early enough where I think it is a fantastic luck charm to have. Anything on here worth getting rid of? Not at this very moment. What nets us a ticket? Well, the trait we just got from the telephone nets us a ticket. Do we need the ace of clubs? Not necessarily right now, so we'll throw it away. We'll grab this, and what are you at, 4? So 6, ooh, mushrooms, 8. Lots of good stuff, but we have no way of generating tickets right now. 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, so this should be set up for max luck. Gonna pop off our interest here. and let the madness begin, or continue rather. Score's looking really good so far. Nice, you can pee while spinning. We had to check this. So we may pee on Satan if he shows up. Not a too spectacular disc B there, but 2 rounds left. I might skip a deadline just to get 8 tickets, and because our clover's fully charged. So I think we're gonna do that. Okay. What are we looking like in here? Poo Poo Jar, good for clovers. Pterodactyl. You don't give that much. Another nice quality of life change is being able to swap with the table to the drawers. So that is quite nice. I'm going to swap this with number 2. That looks kind of goofy, doesn't it? Not sure what's going on there. Anything here of desire? Not too much. Sure, let's have the base chances of those since we're kind of committing towards diamonds. Or not diamonds, clovers. Well, you know, I don't know if Pterodactyl is very good right now. So we'll just throw it away and get a ticket off of it. Let's work on our respins. We have a lot of tickets right now, and I don't know. I'm a little undecided here. I definitely need to get this up just a little bit, just to get some value from it. Game really wants us to take the suitcase, so I'm going to take it. Can ensure that we're setting ourselves up in a good position. I think I can throw you away now and grab you. Every time we spend money, you'll go up. And what we'll do is we'll put you in the drawer, property certificate shows up, and there's a nuclear button, but we're probably not going to be able to afford it. We need, finding a thimble would be nice if we can. Potato battery, not going to be too helpful for us. There's the thimble. Man, we're getting a little bit lucky, I would say. Let's go ahead and top off our interest here. And let's see how we're looking. We'll trigger up the, our nuclear buttons. There's a jackpot, but not the kind that we were hoping for. We want to see some of those clovers. Generate some tickets. There we go. Poo Poo Jar helping us generate a couple extra tickets with the re-triggers. Off to a pretty decent start. What are we looking for? We're looking for a cardboard house, right? So I think we can afford to spin down a little bit here. And there it is. Ask and you shall receive. All right, so we swap you with the Bissu. Buy you. Put you away. We'll put you back out. Oh, what the heck happened there? Yeah, that's a problem with some of these mods, is you may have issues with definitely getting Raging Capitalist. That's more tickets for sure. Ooh, a battery as well, but we don't have any tickets for it. So let's generate some tickets off of this round and then set ourselves up for the next round. I was going to make a comment, but I lost my train of thought, so I apologize. There goes the bell pepper. Oh, that's exactly what we wanted to see. Thank you very much. 666. Not quite. All right. Our economy's starting to look good across the board. Tickets are going to be the least of our concerns now. Next on the list of things to find are Barathrum Megaphone, so we can max out our charm spaces, which we love to do. I'm sure if you guys have watched a couple videos of mine, you already know that at this point. Mushrooms, yes. Vine soup. I think we like vine soup. Oh, this is also nice. If your table's full, you have the option to buy things and move them to the drawers, which is a nice quality of life update. I think we can get out of the disc B now. Our scoring's getting a little bit more consistent. Sure. Maybe we keep Evil Deal around to see if we can generate enough tickets this round. In that case, we probably will activate the Clover and the Poo Poo Jar. Alright, we need to make enough tickets to snag that Evil Deal. It's got a speculative trade on it too, which is nice. Nice Clover's jackpot there. I've been seeing a lot of comments on my videos recently asking for guides, and the only problem with working a full-time job is it's hard to like sit down and write a script. So I will definitely put together a comprehensive guide. It just may take some time to help out you newer players out there. So I definitely don't want you to give up on this game, because this game is a masterpiece. What do we have that we don't mind getting rid of? Probably you. We have a nice amount of scaling charms. It's nice that we're slowly raising our value, but maybe, yeah, we can always find you later when we get more charm space. I think Evil Deal is just too good not to pass up. I could buy Clover Pot. Since we have Evil Deal, it makes sense for the combos. Let's see if we can find a Bear Thrum or a Megaphone. We can afford to spin down a little bit here. Saw the Stained, but I don't think I want that. Definitely want you. And then respins are starting to go up in cost, so I think what we're gonna do is just use up these free respins here, and then we'll move on to... Ooh. I almost spoke too soon there. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna buy you to a drawer. And what am I gonna swap you with? We don't need you out until next round anyway, so we'll leave you in the drawer and let's push through. And we'll net a couple tickets off of Clover Pot. Didn't really get too much value off of it. Let's see, what do we got? Ooh, okay, Golden Clovers is a little bit more enticing. Let's see if we can find... gonna just throw you away. See what we have off the bat here. Doubling the value seems good. Getting tickets seems good. There's a lot of good options there. Jimbo has nothing entertaining for us. Arrow deck makes its way back around. I should have just kept it in there while searching for other charms, but we ain't gonna min-max all the time. Min-maxing all the time, not good for your brain. A lot of good things I'm passing up on here, but my tickets are a little limited until we start the round. Ideally, everything is charged, so we're good there. Be nice to find something a little helpful, but we definitely have our whatchamacallit stacked, our bell pepper. Okay, that's something. So we can buy you, we'll put you in the drawer. Or actually, let's keep you out and decide what we're gonna do here. I might just risk it for the biscuit and reroll. I don't necessarily want to be doubling anything right now. I want to make things more common. And there is the charm space. So maybe, you know, there's no opportunity like today, but maybe we aggressively respin for that Barathrum, and if we just can't get it, then so be it. I might throw you away for a ticket. And let's see. We'll grab that. We'll make buying the Barathrum a little bit more feasible. The respins are getting a little expensive, so we might spend the 2 tickets. Okay, there's a battery, so we're going to leave the battery on deck before we make any decisions here. Let's play things out a bit and see how we're looking. You know, as fun as the coin is, it's not very good for our build, so we're going to get it out of there. We're going to start valuing up our clovers, and we're going to get the nuke online here. Alright. We should be generating a decent amount of money here. Let's see how we're looking. Looking good so far. All the charms triggering is faster as well, which is quite nice. Allows these mods kind of allow for a little bit more fluid gameplay. 666 is never fun, but I'm gonna recharge here. Probably gonna grab these again. Search for that Barathrum. Man, these respins are getting expensive, but we can afford to do it. Okay, let's go again. $666. Sure. Give us the clovers. We love to see it. Okay. Broke the game audio there for a second. Yeah. We're looking, as I say, quite juiced right now. Got a little bit more money to work with to search for that Barathrum to try to maximize our charm spaces. I was gonna say, you really gonna do this to me again? I got so much respin money, don't take it away from me. Alright. So let's play everybody's favorite game. Find the Barathrum. Maybe I need to pee. Maybe that is the secret to finding it. Just keep the stream going. We fill up the jar while it's here. Battery, we'll take that. Alright, maybe we stop peeing. Unrealistic pee stop there, if you ask me. We'll grab some cigarettes. We're quite rich on tickets, and we're not concerned about the future of our tickets. Here's Fortune Teller, one of my favorites. We're already fully charged. I suppose we will leave this on deck. Okay. Going against my better judgment here. As soon as I pick it, I just know it's going to show up in the shop, and then I'm going to be hating myself, but we're going to leave this on deck just so we're fully charged for next round. So we're at 13 charms. We'll just grab you while you're here. Alright, and we'll find something else eventually. I just don't want to respin right now because of the battery. We can also keep our eyes open for an electricity meter. Very good if we're not going the white telephone build, which we are not. Getting all of our tickets back quite easily. Ooh, nice. 69% chance of clovers appearing. You'll love to see it. That's right, Satan. Not today. Ah, yes, we are scaling away. Come scale away. Alright. Recharge you guys. I mean, we're so rich. I mean, I could just wait till the next round, but I do want to do one more spin to see if I'm cursed with Barathrum showing up. Okay. Let's turn in. We have room for another charm. What we're gonna do is equip you. Let's swap you with the megaphone. Make that a little bit easier. We're gonna reroll. Do we double or do we make them more common? We're gonna make them more common. See if we can find it. We may blow through a lot of tickets. Alright, it really wants us just to double, so we're gonna do that, I suppose. Onk, we're definitely not gonna need. Cherry, we're not gonna need. Electrician is an interesting meme. This luck charm I bought for no particular reason, so we're probably gonna get rid of it. Of course. I knew this day would come. But it's okay. We don't need 15 charm spaces to succeed here. -2 spins. With scaling charms, I don't really want to decrease the amount of spins that I get. So we'll look for a better Jimbo to present himself. You know what? Horseshoe? That seems fine. Because then our chances of this triggering are essentially double. Anything else I need to throw away? No. Keep you guys in there. Alright. Actually, what we might do... Go like this. Go like this. I think we might skip a couple deadlines and maximize our... Or basically increase the amount of... Or our chances of clovers appearing. We can skip a couple deadlines just because we have so much money stacked already. Okay. Let's do some re-rolling. That's what we're looking for. Throw you away. Gonna leave you out because I think we're gonna skip one or two more. If I really wanted to, I could be searching for the Barathrum as well. We did find the batteries again, though. That's honestly a pretty big W. Alright, so we got the scary 666 now. Just gonna have the chances of these again. It's not gonna make too much of a difference, but we'll still take it. Personal trainer, if I had 15 charm spaces, I'd consider keeping you around. We don't need you anymore. We'll put you in the drawer, and then we'll pull you guys out for our last few charm spaces, and let's do some respins to get our bell pepper online. There is a car battery, so I might, even though we only got a couple spins on this, actually no, we have the clover battery, so we don't really need to rely on car battery anymore. Unless we just get unlucky with our clovers showing up. Is there anything that Virago can reset? Nothing that I see standing out. Do a couple more Siggies here. As my friend Knack would say. Shout out Knack. What's our pentacle at? 24. Not bad, not bad. Okay. think we are looking good across the board here. Let's go ahead and turn in our interest and see how we're looking. See what kind of shenanigans we can come up with. Now that we have the faster scoring speed, we can kind of do battery recharging shenanigans here. So I'm looking forward to that. Which means we have probably eventually will want to find the ancient coin again, see how many turns we can generate. Any batteries in the chat? Lemons. Scam game. I guess I should have re-rolled on the red telephone looking to decrease the chances of cherries and lemons. I think that would have been a better use of my decision there, but hindsight's always 20/20. But there is a very low chance. It's a good chunk of change. Get some free restocks. Why not? I suppose we can replace the horseshoe with something. It's more of a meme having it than anything. But the question is what do I even want to replace it? I mean, I could grab a stain. It's not necessary. Maybe if we see a sheep, we'll buy you to the drawer. That's a nice pickup. Scratch and hope. Maybe scratch and hope would be a little bit better than the horseshoe. So let's just get the horseshoe out of here. Scratch and hope makes sense to me. Pull you back out and let the games begin. Hopefully we can get Poo Poo Jar recharged here. No batteries. Still no batteries. Also, we can consider rotating out of the golden clovers as well, because our value is good enough to the point where our scaling charms are going to be doing most of the heavy lifting. There we go. There's the Poo Poo Jar recharge. Let me see another battery. Yeah, if you guys were like me and just like frustrated with charm management, this quality of life is, or these quality of life mods just make the game so much more enjoyable for me. It's like I tend to fly through things pretty quickly, and I don't know, it feels right. It feels like it should already be available, but it is not. Okay, I'm gonna put you in the drawer. I'm gonna put you in the drawer. I'm just gonna have everything in here so I don't have to sort some charms. And I think we're gonna continue to scale and have fun here. I don't know if I really want to be skipping any deadlines right now, so we're just gonna enjoy ourselves and see where this goes. I don't want you out. That's what I want out. Okay. So let's look for clover-based effects. There we go. There's the clovers. Let's see how common they are without a photograph trigger. Almost 69%. Nice. Not 6.7 and not 6.9. Right in between. Okay. We need to... Let's see. What is our guy at? 0. So let's get him online. And the later this goes, the more the luck isn't going to be as helpful. But it's totally fine because by the time we get to that point of relying on luck, we should have our clovers being very common. Okay, there's the ancient coin. So maybe it is, or maybe what we can do is we'll store the bell pepper. We'll see if it's necessary. See how our scoring is without it. We have the ancient coin. So now as long as we're hitting batteries, we should effectively have infinite turns until the ancient coin dies. I'm gonna hit a 666 off the bat. Oh, there we go. More recharges. Another 666. Oh, dang. There goes our fat stack. I am not tripping. Yeah, so we don't have the bell pepper out. This just goes to show that we no longer need it, and the ancient coin luck is enough to get us to where we want to be. Everything should recharge here, including the ancient coin, unless it dies. Ah, yes. Okay, so maybe we can kind of fiddle around here. Alright, let's try 10 speed. Let's see how this looks. Oh yeah, so much faster. This will allow me to push my runs a little bit farther and still keep them kind of around the hour mark. So, it's very hard for me to commit multiple hours after a workday to a video, so this allows us to kind of push the envelope of the game and, show you guys some craziness. Even though we lost all that money, look how we have it all back now. And we're continuing to get poop jars and clover triggers. So ancient coin is still alive. There's another battery, 2 batteries. Lucky us. Broke the game audio again. We love to see it. Or hear it, rather. Ooh. You know what? If the ancient coin stays alive again, we're going to try increasing the speed even more. See how quickly we can push through. And that's so crazy. Okay. 16. What's going on? Is it Bork? It's supposed to be able to go up to 100, so probably requires me to reset the game. So I guess 11x is going to be the fastest. Yep, there goes the audio again. But that's why we got the chill beats in the background. Was gonna talk there, but cough came up. Tomorrow is Saturday, and I'm gonna be watching the Broncos game. Go Broncos! If there's any football fans watching, do you think the Broncos can take on Josh Allen, or is Josh Allen playoff mode just gonna kick in? Ancient Coin's still alive, by the way. Clovers and bells can continue doing shenanigans like this. Gonna see if the game has fixed itself or if it'll let me go even faster. I want to see. Is it under mod options? No. Oh man. I'm pretty sure the mod, or I tested it out last night, and it allowed me to go up to 100 speed, but I think the mod's unfortunately a little bugged, and our ancient coin is feeling what do you call it's a little invincible at this point. There's another battery. Ah, yes. We love re-triggers out here. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a big re-trigger fan. You know, it's Friday night. Thinking I'm gonna pour myself a little glass of Buffalo Trace. Nice and neat, no ice. Nothing like sipping on a nice whiskey to wrap up a long work week. Any of you are over the age of 21, what is your beverage of choice to unwind? Or are you just a clean, straight shooter? Because not drinking alcohol is also good for you. Geez, this is the invincible ancient coin. He's not going anywhere. But yeah, go Broncos. Josh Allen's great and all, but Bo Nix is my guy. People calling him Bo Nix pick six. Hey, you just watch out, because the GOAT's going to be taking you all down. Alright, I'm pretty sure what deadline we're at. What our required score is almost like 700k, and we're already at E12. You know, it's pretty crazy. Ancient Coin's still alive too. Oh, there it goes. Rest in peace, old friend. Look at all these re-triggers. We love to see it. This might be another one of those videos where I just don't find the ancient coin again. So I thought I could increase the speed to like 50 or 100, but something's bugged out, so I'm gonna have to fix that, and then we can do another run like this where our re-triggers are just insane. Ah, yes. Keep her going. Alright, call me crazy, but we might have to continue to re-trigger here. We only have 5 spins left after this. We might as well maximize our re-triggers. Especially with the gold clovers that show up on the screen. Keep valuing them up. I can't see from this angle. I do have the ability to change my FOV from the quality of life mods, but the thing that I don't like is if you make your FOV wider, it pulls you away from the slot machine screen. So I decided just to keep it on the default 60 FOV, but that kind of hinders me in a way where I can't see the boards. I did see a mod that allows you to basically, what do you call it? No clip, where you can at any time press a button to float around the screen. So I think I might install that just for the sake of while we're scoring, we can like take a look at our symbol multipliers, our item value and such. As you can see here, our clovers are leveling up. I have my cursor in the top left corner, and like a couple inches below that, you can kind of see the number, the extension of the number rising there. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Everything's valuing up quite a bit. Well, that's mostly because of Vine Soup. Since we generated so many extra turns, Vine Soup just kept doubling and doubling and doubling. Audio didn't break this time. Impressive. I really hope that the mods or not the mods. So the devs or the mods come up with some new challenges that are pretty hard. Like, for those of you who played Balatro, you know how there's those challenge modes in Balatro? You know, like the No Joker challenge. I hope that Clover Pit in their new content update will release something like that. Something for us players who are pretty confident that we have most of the game mechanics figured out. You know, I still learn something every now and then, especially during the videos. I don't know everything about this game, but I'm pretty confident in my ability to clear any hard mode game that I get into working with the charms that I have. I'm a firm believer that that it is possible to make it out of every Clover Pit run. I have failed some in the past, but I believe it's because of mistakes that I made myself. And so I'm really hoping that they add some more complexity. I know for when I was a new player, this game felt so confusing, but after like a few memory cards beaten, like the game just clicked for me. I understood what I had to do. I didn't watch any guides or anything. And I really hope that for the sake of future content for you guys, that you can have something that's a little bit more challenging. You know, some of the most challenging stuff I've done in this game is challenges that you guys have provided to me, so I'm very thankful for that. And one of those challenges I think is going to be the upload before this one, which is me only being able to use charms that I get from the drawer, so the shop is completely off limits. Alright, that was quite the long round. Didn't get any batteries to recharge there, so maybe we just hard respin until we find a battery to get them fully charged, and we'll probably skip a couple deadlines since our scoring is looking good, so we can just make our clovers pretty strong. And I think we'll probably pass on Ancient Coin now. You guys get the idea of how OP it is. And I've mentioned this a couple times, but once I start streaming, then it doesn't matter. We can just run as long as we want. Abstract Painting, probably better than Mushroom, now that I think about it. So I'll throw you away. We're pretty much going to be consistently getting jackpots at this point. We can probably also rotate out of the clover. Our base value is 6,000, and with how often Vine Soup will be triggering, like we're in pretty good spot where we can rotate out of the golden clover. You know, we could grab cat food in place of it. So we're not getting Ancient Coin, but at least we get a couple extra turns. And Fortune Teller. What was the other thing we were considering getting rid of? Maybe it was... Oh wait, we already have the open charm space. So let's grab you. We can throw you away now. We know we don't need you anymore. And we'll throw you out in preparation of skipping deadlines. And now we just need to find a battery to get everything recharged. And honestly, we can go through so many respins here and not even sweat it. Especially with our tickets too. But there's an electricity meter, so that kind of helps us out. Oh, that's right, we had the megaphone out, so that was what I was supposed to put in the drawer. Okay, now we can just recharge everything without a battery. There we go. Put you away. I suppose if we were skipping deadlines, that was an unnecessary step to do, but respins right now are pretty cheap, so it just makes sense to do it. That's what we had out before. We'll go like this. All right, let's look for some more Clover effects. We're not going to grab the key so we don't accidentally end the run, which has happened to me plenty of times. I learned my lesson the hard way. Okay, so half the base chances. We're going to do this. Actually, I mean, we did get the red telephone ability. I don't know if there's anything else that we want. We don't really care about seeing a 666 because our scaling charms are going to be doing some heavy lifting. Let's go ahead and turn in here and look for more doubling slash appears more often effects for the Clovers. We can aggressively respin here. We have so many tickets. There we go. Double. We still have our megaphone out, so we're good. Let's push through. I think for this video, we're gonna try to hit. We're gonna try to hit like 200k, or sorry, E200. I think that's pretty realistic. Within around an hour time frame. We might even do an hour and a half video. It's the weekend, right? We're having a good time. Nothing but vibes right now. That's a funny mushroom. Sure, let's just double again. Value-wise, we're at 100k per Clover. That's pretty juiced. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, actually, you know what? Seeing the very big mushroom, I think it makes more sense. Oh, man. Here, what am I swapping you for? I need to throw away something. Lucky cat, more like goodbye cat. Big mushroom guy. Big mushroom guy makes sense because we're gonna get plenty of poo-poo jar activations. Clovers, yes sir. Now, actually, what we want to keep our eyes open for is a sheep or a naughty dealer. So perhaps what we do here, we do a little digging, seeing if we can find either of those, because interest is going to help carry our run as we get into the later deadlines. So it makes sense to have something to generate those interest modifiers. So we're looking for sheep or naughty dealer, and there he is. So I think we can get rid of fortune teller. I like you so much, but for this particular build, we don't really need you, in essence. I'm just gonna leave you in here so I don't have to sort charms. Okay, we're at 13 of 12. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick around this deadline here, try to generate some more money. All right, there's our triggers. There's some interest modifiers. You love to see it because we get that E13 interest, even though our scaling hasn't fully ramped up yet. So that interest on top of our later scaling is gonna be quite juicy. And we get the big mushroom online here too. Apparently there's a bug. I haven't verified this myself, but there's a bug where after you do a deadline of the very big mushroom, and then you pick bells appear more often on the deadline of the next round, apparently it carries over your big mushroom charges. So maybe we will test that theory, shall we? Let's see what we're scoring like at the end of this deadline and see if it converts. If we pick increase the chances of bells. What are the chance of bells right now? 3.8. So it's not going to hurt us too much by selecting that. Also, I have to keep in mind that I already have 8 clovers triggered, so we should see what it's like at the end, or as we move into the next deadline. Last spin. A lot of interest multipliers, and got the battery, so everything will be fully charged. Love to see it. Probably get rid of the scratch and sniff too. We're going to be consistently getting clovers where we won't need that as much. All right. So what did we decide on? We decided on testing our theory on this, right? So we don't really need anything else right now. We have so many good charms right now. Like, we are stacked. We don't need to use the electricity meter because we're fully charged. So let's send it. Let's keep the madness going. No battery. Look at all those triggers. Honestly, the speed increase is such a nice quality of life for me. If you haven't, definitely Google Clover Pit mods, and if you need some quality of life plugins, definitely install it because it does make a world of a difference. And you would think that I would be bothered by a 666, but honestly, we aren't. Especially if we see it earlier on. If we see it on the last spin, that's when it sucks the most, but it's the second to last, and we're fine because we have all of our scaling charm stacks in addition to consistently hitting clover jackpots at this point. Yeah, we are looking pretty good. And with all this monies, we should be doing pretty well. Game audio broke there again. E19, not bad. Alright, 1 round left. We're going to keep trying to maximize our very big mushroom value. I'll consider adjusting the spin speed on this last round here, just so I can kind of see what the base pattern is scoring like before the round ends, so I can see if that bug is still active. So maybe we'll just do transition speed 7. And we'll see how we're looking. So right now, looks like it was E16 for a 3 pattern. Yeah, okay. So let's keep that in mind. And then if next deadline we choose... Yeah, that's fine. If next deadline we choose bells appear more often, and then we see a 3 pattern score that E16 or E13, whatever it may be, I think we're on the right path. Oh, those are with... Okay, it looked like it was like E13 without the interest multiplier. Maybe I'm not too confident, honestly. All I know is that there's a bug and I want to try to abuse it. It's batteries. Okay, I think I saw the diagonal pattern at E19. Okay, so let's keep E19 at the back of our minds here. I don't want to pull out the megaphone to double the effect of bells appearing more often. So we can just leave everything as is. So like E19 is where our... Oh no, that's right, we got a 666. Well, the theory will not happen, unfortunately. Everything else is so low. I don't even know if I want a red telephone ability. Let's just skip this deadline. Now what we can do is test if it carries over deadlines, right? I mean, we see this, so we kind of have to take that. Let's see. Swap with megaphone. Do you? What's our base percentage? 87%. Pretty darn good. We want to swap you with the nuke. Okay. So I suppose we can try our theory again on this run. Let's see see what happens here. Oh. We're already honestly, I mentioned it before, math is not my strong suit, so maybe one of you in the comments can let me know about that bug, or if you've experienced or seen something about it. I don't think E200 is going to be possible in an hour and a half, but we'll take this a little bit farther. Kind of enjoying just talking, unwinding, having a good time. Okay, yeah. So with the mushroom resetting, we're scoring not even in the E's. So we can know for sure if it works if we score in the E's after skipping a deadline and selecting bells. So maybe what we will do is we'll skip this deadline, because now 3 patterns are scoring E12, right? So if I'm to skip the rest of this deadline, select bells, and we see at least E12s scoring, then we know that that bug is still active. So, oh, we don't have enough money just yet, so we'll deposit here just to maximize our interest for our interest triggers. Things are not fully recharged, so I'm gonna leave you out actually just in case that has something to do with the bug. And we'll swap. Oh, nuke. Okay, nuke will swap out with the electricity meter. We'll get all of our items online here. Oh, we can't. Uh-oh. Well, hopefully we can hit a battery. See, that's interesting. You can't swap from drawer to table, but from table to drawer you can. So I'm gonna have to see if there's any other mods out there that can allow that as well. Any batteries in the chat? No. But at least we have enough money now to clear the deadline. And we can see if that bug is still active or if I'm just misremembering the process. So 3 pattern was scoring E12 just now. Let's see if I can see. I couldn't see what this pattern score was. they don't have any modifiers like the tickets or the plus signs. Like, they go by really quick on the speed. Okay, E13 we're at right now. And I think I'm not going to press the battery here just to save it for next round or for next deadline. Oh, and of course, battery decides to show up. I'm really excited to see it if this bug is actually a thing or not. So like E13, E14 range is what we should expect, right? If it's true. So what we would do is we turn in here, and on the next deadline, we're supposed to select bells appear more often. There it is. All right. Let's go ahead and deposit, and let's see. We should see like an E13, right? If it did work. It didn't work. Bug fixed, or I'm remembering it wrong, or I have to do all 3 rounds of the deadline, but it was worth a try. So now if we do want to like push this to the like high E100 kind of rounds, Ancient Coin would get us there. So maybe for the sake of the content, we'll find Ancient Coin one more time and see if we can at least hit the E100. I know we can for certain because we're pretty wealthy, although respins are pretty expensive, but effectively we have 2 ways of finding Ancient Coin, which is finding it on its own or through the fortune cookie, which are both common. So ideally, I don't know the statistics, but it's definitely not as hard for me to find Ancient Coin as it is for me to find a Barathrum when I need one. There's one video where I found a Barathrum like every deadline, and it was just, oh, chef's kiss. It was some insanely good RNG. Last spin. Give me that money. Break the audio. Oh man. Okay. So now it's time to educate you guys on the higher round strats. So as you can see here, I'm way far off from the 28 requirement. We still have the very big mushroom scaling going on, but if we can find a briefcase, it will cut out a lot of the interest. We don't find a briefcase, we don't have enough to respin, but look who's in town. Okay. I need to make room. We're gonna buy you to the drawer, and I think we can swap you. Oh no, we're gonna have to do this because of Stinky Nuke. Then we swap you with Nuke. Glad I thought that through. All right, for the culture, for the memes. Wait, why is this uncharged? Okay, so I guess we can just reach. Oh, what the heck? I'm so confused. Why is the Ancient Coin uncharged? Maybe when I start the round, it'll be fully charged. Oh man, I'm gonna be so salty if it bugs out on me. We have 2 rounds left, I guess, so let's just do 3 spins. The Ancient Coin is available. Dang. Oh well. We should still see batteries and still effectively have the insanely long turns, so we're still in good shape. You see this face? You don't, because I don't have a camera. But this is what I think about that, Satan. Not even bothered. You see that? E24. Right after 666. You know, I see a lot of people getting upset in the subreddit, new players getting a little upset when they see a 666. And my advice to you new players is embrace the 666. Don't let it own your decisions. So we still don't have enough for restocks. This run may have ran a little, what do you call it? Or my expectations for this run were probably a little too high. I don't have any money for respins, but if we can see a battery on the first spin, that's pretty good. Our ancient coin died relatively quickly, and we unfortunately don't really have any way of getting it back. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna risk it for the biscuit. We're gonna see if we can get out of here alive. We can clear this deadline. There's the recharge on the clovers. The batteries. Scam game. Give me my batteries. We still like to see number go up though. Number go up look pretty good. We might be able to get to... no, I don't think we're gonna get to E28. There's a lot of things that we could have grabbed to change the trajectory of this run, but I'm still had a fantastic time, and we're gonna grab the key and say we're not falling in the pit. And we're gonna begin our walk out of here. If you watched all the way to this point, let me know by posting John, or excuse me. Let me correct myself. Jeff Gordon is the best NASCAR race driver. If you comment that, I'm going to know you watched all the way to the end. If you comment Tortellini, because you heard me say it in a previous video towards the end, then I'm going to know that that you're not a true I can't talk today. You're not a true retention viewer. And I'm just memeing. I'm just joking around. I appreciate all of you who watch and would really appreciate a subscribe on my goal to 1K subs. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.